All right, we're in the Backyard Weather Center today, a very exciting segment for me. I'm here with Ashley Moulton and Bertha Washington. They're from the Chesterfield Cooperative Extension, and they're here to give us some ideas and tips on vegetables to plant this fall. And plus, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a walk over eventually to the garden. Not quite yet. And they're going to tell me what's wrong with it, maybe what we can do differently, and maybe see some issues. Because there are issues. I think every garden in Virginia, right? Is it safe to say has some issues, whether it's the soil, whether it's bugs or mold or what have you? There's a lot of things
that want to eat our vegetables in addition to us.
Yes, in addition to us. Very good. All right, first of all, let's discuss what we can do. A lot of people are like, hey, is it too late? Even right here at the station, people are saying, is it too late? Can I get something in the ground? Typically, the answer for the big vegetables is no.
Correct.
What can we get in the ground now, and when can we harvest it, and what issues might we have?
So right now is actually a great time to start planning and planting your fall vegetable garden. So we're talking about carrots, radishes, beets. We have some stuff over here to show you from Virginia State University's garden, broccoli, spinach.
So, and anything in this, and what makes them a fall vegetable over a summer vegetable?
So they actually have a certain temperature they actually grow better in. They actually can't tolerate the heat of the summer. Okay. So this is actually prime time now.
Now, is it the soil that we're interested in soil temperature mainly? I know a lot of the tomatoes and watermelon, they all need like 65 and up or something like that, soil temperature. So is there a range that you know that these grow best in?
Well, there's certain temperature that prohibits germination of the seeds in the soil. And I can't tell you because it varies so much by species.
That's right. Okay.
They really want to get it in.
But cooler soil is what they'd like, okay?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's discuss some of the leafy things. I know a lot of folks love leafy things like your kale. That's popular right now, right? Kale. And what else do we have that we can put in the ground?
Well, you have kale, you have Swiss chard, you have spinach. You can also plant collards, radishes, carrots.
I think we got a nice...
There are so many different vegetables that, and a lot of these here, you look on the back of your seed packet and they'll tell you what time you can, the latest time you can plant.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to plant a little something
and
for us here?
also, one of the things you want to do is also read this to depth of what you're doing, and you can sow all types of seeds in your garden. See, these take about 1 inch because the seeds in here are small. The smaller they are.
Okay, now what is that, a radish?
These are radish
seeds. Oh yeah,
seeds.
those will grow.
So you want to plant them in the row.
What we have here is a Trug raised bed garden that's kind of mobile for this situation.
Can I see that in there? Yeah, that's pretty nice. Okay. Now, I've had great success in the fall with turnip greens. It seems like it's impossible not to grow turnip greens. They're so easy to grow. A little tiny seed, right? And it's a nice big leaf, whether you eat the turnip or not. I think
it's
the greens,
tasty.
yeah.
It's definitely worth
the greens you can cook with your eggs or whatever you do in the morning, and it's
nutritious.
Very nutritious, yeah.
And easy to grow.
As in any of the greens, I think. Is there a green that is more hardy? Like, what could last a couple of good frosts or a hard freeze?
I'd say the thicker leaves of like kale is a really great example of something that's going to withstand the frost. You just got to get the seeds in before the first frost date, which is usually between October 15th and October 30th in our area.
Okay, so I noticed you got them maybe an inch or less, right, in the soil. Nice loose soil. I think some of these are better for.
Yeah, this is a mix of compost and potting soil.
Is the correct word loamy? Is it safe to say loamy or not quite?
Loam, yeah.
Loam, okay.
Loam is great. It's nice, dark, rich soil. This is great for if you have potting mix, but if you're doing it in the ground, you should get a soil test to consider what your pH is before you plant.
I have a nice little automatic. I should have brought it out. I can't believe it. I have it right in there, and you put this little meter in, and it'll tell you the pH right away.
We also like the soil testing because it also gives you the organic matter content.
Yeah,
and that's about like $10 or $15.
Well, let's do this. Let's take a walk over to our garden.
Yes.
And you can say, Tom, you got this right, you got this wrong. What's going on? Because you did notice right away, Bertha and Ashley, that there were some issues in there, and I agree. So I didn't notice a few things. So if we can walk over, we're gonna. I think we're following us on Patrick's camera here. Just go ahead, walk right through the. Some of the stuff we have here. The first thing they noticed this morning, and we have two types of eggplant. One of them is growing great, and those are more of an Asian type of eggplant, and those are delicious, by the way, and they grow quickly. And then we have our regular Black Beauty eggplant that I noticed we're getting some, but not a ton. Now, we have a lot of flowers, but we do have an issue. What do you think the issue is?
So we got some type of insect damage. You're seeing either some frass, which is insects.
Here, let me get my scissors. I'll be right back. I want to cut a leaf.
We have some little insects on here. So when you guys see an issue in your landscape, what's great is you can take a sample, snip it off.
Yeah, so let's do that.
you want a little bit more than a leaf here, and what you can do is bring this to your local extension office, your plants that look kind of sick, and get identification. This saves you like WebMD like problems,
cool.
Get self-diagnosing.
And I didn't notice, but they're under the leaf, because I wasn't really looking under the leaf, but you can see hundreds of little black spots.
Yeah.
And we looked under your little microscope there, and each of these was a really nasty looking bug, and it's some kind of mite, and they had little horns on them and everything. And so we'll have to put something on these that's safe that can get rid of those, I hope.
You can drop this off at your extension office, and they'll get back to you that same week with what's wrong with it and the recommendation how to treat it.
Very good. Let's move over to here. Now, I do notice, or you said we have some yellow leaves somewhere. Where are we going to get the yellow leaves
Over here with the pepper.
Okay,
yeah,
let's take that. Let's get that thing out here. That came right off. What do you think the issue is, or what might be?
This is a sign of chlorosis. This might be needing a soil test. It could be many factors involved in here, so it's good to get a professional involved in a situation.
Good. So it might be a mineral deficiency or too much water or something like that. Let's pick one of our little guys here, little eggplant. These are good, and I noticed these you can pick anywhere from maybe 3 to 6 inches, and they're delicious. You just kind of cut it up like in little circles and fry these up. Now let's quickly discuss the basil. Basil's leafy, right, and it tends to bolt quickly. First of all, what does bolt mean? So
that means it's going into flower. It sets a natural progression. Most plants flower, but that kind of diminishes the flavor for most herbs.
Is it good to cut the flowers off? Will they keep growing, or just let it go and live with it?
If you cut the flowers off, and you can eat them and cook with them, you
can eat the flower.
You can eat the flower.
Okay.
It's beautiful. It tastes really good in a salad, makes the salad pretty, but it will also extend the growing season for that just a little bit.
Okay.
But they're trying to.
Let's head back to our table here, and
before we forget too, I want to tell you about our fall vegetable gardening classes we're having coming up too.
Okay.
So on next Monday and Wednesday, we actually have some local classes at the Chesterfield County Libraries. When's the first one, Bertha?
The first one is Monday, August the 7th at Ettrick Matoka Library.
At 3 p.m.?
At 3 p.m. And then the next one is going to be at Chesterfield North Library on the 9th.
Okay, very nice.
That evening. So we're varying the time and varying the location.
Okay.
So anybody can
be able to That's a great way to learn about fall vegetable gardening in your area.
Because that's our
thank you,
topic,
ladies.
and you can go on the website and see even more.
Yes.
Okay, so the Chesterfield County Extension Office, if you have issues, bring it in there or drop it off at a library, right? And find out what the issue is. And ladies, thank you very much. I learned a lot today, and I hope the folks out there learned a lot today as well.